After many years of using Photoshop, many users are facing challenges. First, subscription costs have significantly increased, many are unable to allocate the necessary funds, and even those who can often find themselves asking, is it really worth that money? Additionally, recent changes in the terms of use allow Adobe to use works created with their software. While users retain rights to their creations, Adobe has the right to use them within their services, which may include promotions or marketing purposes such as advertisements or portfolio displays. This situation can be concerning for those who wish to maintain complete control over their work. Given these aspects, many are wondering what is the best alternative for creating and editing photos. In this context, Photopea emerges as an ideal solution. This free online tool is essentially a clone of Photoshop, meaning that anyone who has used Photoshop will find it easy to transition to this program. Photopea allows users to create and edit photos without worrying about usage rights, providing the freedom and flexibility that many need. One of the main advantages of Photopea over Photoshop is that it is an online tool, which means you can use it on any operating system. This is especially significant for users of the Linux operating system, as Adobe tools, including Photoshop, do not work on Linux. Additionally, as an online editor, Photopea is accessible on mobile devices. All you need is an internet connection and a web browser. When you visit the website, the link will be in the video description, you will first see a notification that it is a free online photo editor. To get started, simply click the Start Using Photopea button. Once the page loads, you will see options on the left side for connecting to online cloud accounts. This allows you to save your work results to cloud services like Dropbox, OneDrive and Google Drive, which can be very useful if you are using multiple computers or want to have backup of your work. At the bottom of the page, you will find a list of popular formats supported by this online editor, including the Photoshop format PSD, as well as Figma and PDF. If you have a project in one of these formats, simply drag and drop the file into the editor, or click the Open from Computer button to select the project you want to open. For example, you can open a PDF document and edit the title. Once you made your desired changes, you can save the document as a Photoshop project for further editing or as a PDF if you are finished with the changes. In addition to opening existing projects, you can create a new project by clicking on New Project button. In the newly opened window, you have the option to choose the size of your photo. In this section, you can select from predefined sizes, such as measurements for social media, print, photos, various screen sizes or mobile devices. If you want a specific image size that is not listed, simply enter the desired measurements and click the Create button. You can also use predefined templates by clicking the Templates button and selecting the one you like. All templates are organized into categories for easy navigation. Of course, you can customize any template to better fit your specific requirements. To demonstrate how this online program works and its basic functionalities, we will create a new project by clicking the New Project button. On the left side, you will see a panel with the tools you can use. If you see an arrow next to the tool in the bottom right corner, it means there are similar tools available. You can view the list of available similar tools by clicking and holding the left mouse button for a moment. For example, we can change the background color by selecting two colors. Since Photopea operates on a layer-based principle, just like Photoshop, we can add existing images. For example, I will add logo of Windows and Linux. When you add an image to the project, you will see boxes around the image that represents its borders. When you hover over any of them with your mouse, you can resize the image. Now we can add text, for example Windows versus Linux. When you add text, you can specify the size, color and other characteristics. Each of these segments we have added represents a layer, and you can see the list of all layers on the right side. The position of the layers is very important. For example, if we move the Windows and Linux logos below the layer that represents the background, as you can see, they will not be visible because they are behind the background. If we reposition them above the background, they become visible again. You can adjust any layer as needed. For example, you can modify its size. Photopea also provides the option to use their free images. You can browse through all available images or enter a keyword to filter the results. For example, you can add one of these images and use it as a background. When you right-click on any layer, you will see various options available to you, such as cloning or making a copy of the selected layer or deleting it. You can also convert it to the smart object, which gives you a greater flexibility in terms of adjusting the image. In the bottom right corner, you will also find additional options such as creating links, folders, masks and more. Once you finish making changes and are satisfied with the appearance of your project, you can save it in multiple formats. When you click on File and then Export As, you will see the most commonly used options such as PNG, JPG, PDF and others. When you select your format, you will get a brief overview of the settings, including name, format, size, quality and more. You can customize all these settings if, for example, you click on the drop-down menu in the Format section. You will see a list of available formats and can choose the one you want. In addition to saving projects in the image format, you can also save them in the PSD format, which is the Photoshop format. This is very useful if you want to send the project to someone who uses this program, or if you want to have the option to make further edits or adjustments later. After saving the project in the PSD format, you can open it by going to File and then Open, or simply drag and drop the PSD file into Photopea. As you can see, all the layers we previously created are there, and we can continue to refine or change anything we want. Thanks to everyone who took the time to watch this video. I hope you find it useful or at least informative.